It's your girl, what's up, Steph? Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this super quick, easy, and delicious barbecue baked beans with ground beef. So stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and hop right into the video. So you first want to make sure you have your baked beans as well as some barbecue sauce. I use Sweet Baby Ray's because that's my favorite barbecue sauce. Some Worcestershire sauce. I do not know how to pronounce that word. I'm so sorry. Some brown sugar, some green peppers, some black pepper, some chopped up onions. I prefer some garlic powder, but I didn't have any, so I had to use a little bit of garlic salt, some ground cinnamon, and some yellow mustard. So that's what you pretty much want to just start off with as far as ingredients go, and then we'll just hop into the process of going to go ahead and cooking the ground beef. So I've already started cooking my meat. As you can see here, I'm just making sure it gets cooked a little bit more. I want it to get a little bit more brown before I actually start seasoning my meat a little bit more. So I'm just going in, making sure that cooks thoroughly through. And then I'm going to go ahead and start with adding in some seasonings. So my ground beef is as brown as I would like for it to be for me to actually go ahead and start adding in some seasoning. So I'm going to first start in with adding in some adobo. This is just an all-purpose seasoning that I'm adding in. I'm going to go ahead and also include some Lowry seasoned salt. You definitely don't want to over season your meat, so I would suggest to make sure that you just taste it as you go, because everything that I'm using pretty much has salt. So this is also some garlic salt that I needed because I didn't have any garlic powder, but definitely don't put too much because all of those seasonings consist of salt. So I would definitely just suggest that you make sure you taste it as you go to make sure you're not over seasoning your meat. All right, so we're going to let that cook down a little bit. Once everything's cooked down, you want to make sure you drain that meat. You do not want to have greasy ground beef. So you're going to go ahead and take a big bowl and start adding in your mixture now. So I got a big bowl. I started pouring in all of my baked beans. I used both of the cans. You could say that's like a can and a half because I didn't use 2 full cans because I didn't expect to eat as much of this. But definitely, use what you are going to be feeding for. Go ahead and add in the ground beef that you recently drained out previously. I would suggest to make sure you add as you go. I didn't end up using all of the ground beef that I ended up cooking. I didn't want to have too much ground beef and not enough beans, or too many beans and not enough ground beef. So definitely add in your ratio as you'd like to have that. Once you gave your beans and beef a good mixture together, go ahead and add in those chopped onions. Also go ahead and add in those chopped green bell peppers as well and give it all a good mix. Just wanted to mention I didn't exactly measure anything this particular time. I just eyeballed everything. I'll put the ingredients though specifically in the description box, but I really just eyeballed this. So just eyeball it, taste it as you go, and you'll be good. So I started in by adding in that W sauce. Put you a few squirts of some mustard all up in there. And then after the mustard, you want to go ahead and add in that Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I did a little bit more than a few squirts here because I just wanted to make sure I had all of the flavor that it needed. So just go in, add some squirts. After that barbecue sauce, I went ahead and added in some black pepper. All right, after that black pepper, I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit more of that garlic salt, not too much because you do not want to make this salty at all. But that would have been garlic powder if I had it. I'm going to go ahead and add in that brown sugar. That was about 1 cup, another cup of some brown sugar. I ended up using the rest of the bag that I had because I literally had like a crumb worth of it. So I ended up just using a little bit more brown sugar. Once you get that in, you just want to go ahead and start mixing everything together. And the last pretty much ingredient that you want to add into this is some ground cinnamon. I sprinkled some ground cinnamon in and I went ahead and mixed everything together, tasted it, and I started the process of getting my pan ready. Right, so you want to make sure you go ahead and grab the baking dish that you're going to use and butter it down. Lather that baby up with some butter. You don't want anything to burn to the bottom or stick. So just go ahead and butter it up really, really good. Go ahead and also preheat your oven to 375 because we're going to bake this in the oven for about an hour and 10 minutes. Once you've gotten your pan all buttered up, you just want to go ahead and pour in the baked beans and the mixture all into that pan. Make sure it's all even and smooth out, and add a few more pieces of butter on top. I want to say I put about 5 tablespoons of butter in each individual corner, and I also just put one in like the middle. And that's all you pretty much need. Once your oven is officially preheated to 375, you're just going to go ahead and pop it in the oven. Set yourself a timer, go watch TV in the meantime, and then just wait for that baby to cook. And then we'll come back to see the outcome. All right, so we're just checking on the progress here. You can see the butter has officially melted. It's bubbling around the edges. So in about 30 minutes, we'll take it out and it should be good. All right, y'all, so everything has finished up. You can see it's actually still cooking on its own right now because it's still a little hot. I'm gonna go in with a spoon so you can see it up close and personal to see all of that goodness. And y'all, this recipe was really super easy and quick to make. I love this. This is something that you can eat at the barbecue, a baby shower, birthday parties, you name it. I mean, it's simple, it's quick, it's easy. Everybody loves it. So definitely try it out and tell me what you think. All right, y'all, so this pretty much concludes my video for today. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you'd like to see more recipes or a particular recipe in the future. Make sure you subscribe also to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Share it with your friends and family. I definitely love the support. I hope to see you guys in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.